Hey guys! So remember when I did that one segment, I think it was 2 times ago, when I was out in the wilderness, I was on vacation and I was like, nature and I don't really mix. Well, look where I am again. But like this time I'm really, really in the wilderness. Um, so last time I was out in nature, we were in a condo up in Idaho, and it was nice because I got to be kind of in nature, but like in a house basically. But this time I'm tent camping, which I haven't done in about 5 years, and it has been a struggle. And it's fun. It's fun, and I love coming up here with my kids and everything. But I'm here for a family reunion that we have every year, and it's huge. There's about 150 to 200 people. I don't know. It's a lot of people. So I'm surrounded by family, and it's so worth it. It's awesome. Anyway, I wanted to talk about something that I've been thinking about a lot when it comes to anxiety. Maybe you're like me. When it comes to trying to get to sleep, your brain just kind of won't turn off. Like it's just constantly, thinking about ways that you could have done something better that day, or trying to resolve something that, you've been trying to resolve. And a lot of times that tends to lead to a spiral where you're like, well, I wish I would have said this, or I wish I would have done this. And that keeps me up at night. So one of the strategies that I have come to utilize is I think about what I can control. And usually it really is not a lot of things. Sometimes I'll think about what's stressing me out, and it's that I haven't changed over the laundry, or that I wasn't sure if I locked the front door or whatever. So instead of just brooding, I guess, like worrying about those things, obviously I'll go check the laundry, I'll go check the door. And what happens is I notice that so many of these things that I'm worried about and I'm stewing about, I have no control over. And that kind of frees me from feeling like I have to address those things. The first thing I want to really drive home that's extremely important as far as what you can and can't control is, sorry, remember, I don't like nature, you guys. I don't like bugs. I don't like, this is, okay, I can do hard things, right? We can all do hard things. Okay, so one important thing to remember is that okay, no, I'm sorry. I'm going to switch this around. I cannot control what someone thinks or says about anything, particularly about me, because that will keep me up at night a lot. I am not in control of that person, nor should I be, nor do I want to be. So if I'm sitting there worried about what somebody might have said to me that day, or whatever, or what I maybe have made somebody think, I try to dismiss that from my mind because I can't control that. I'm trying to think of what else. I mean, like, there's a lot of things that go through my mind when I'm trying to sleep. A lot of things are seemingly insignificant, but that I can't even control until the next day. So, I can't really think of a good example, but I'm sure you understand where I'm coming from. Sorry, I'm going to take this off for a second. So, there are a lot of times there are things that need to be addressed the next day, but you sit there and you just kind of, worry about it. Like whether it's making sure that you get something done the next day, or that you have to talk to somebody the next day. I'll sit there and think, okay, well, I need to remember to do this, and I want to, I guess I kind of go through scenarios in my mind. Hi! And it doesn't do me any good, because I'm sitting there, rolling through things through my mind that have nothing to do with anything, especially at that moment. So as far as when you're trying to get to sleep, I know that can be a time when your mind just won't turn off. So think about things that you have true control over, and most of those things that you're kind of having a hard time with, or are just even rolling around in your mind, you don't have control over. Dismiss them. Put them away for the moment. If you need to pray to get that to happen, awesome. If you need to meditate, I do meditate when I'm trying to sleep. Just Google sleep meditation. There's a lot of really great ideas to help you kind of get back to center, so that you can, turn your mind off enough so that you can go to sleep. So what I said there about centering, my sister-in-law and I were talking about grounding breaths. I don't know if you've ever heard of that. I'm sure plenty of you have, but I think it's a therapy term. I'm not exactly sure, but I'd never actually heard of that term. But what I do a lot of the time is when I start getting like, my mind won't turn off, my mind won't stop, and I'm just, whatever, then I'll take a deep breath. And my sister-in-law was telling me it's called a grounding breath. I think of it more as like that I'm centering, that I'm focusing, I'm getting back to where I need to be. But if you want to call that grounding, great. There are other forms of grounding that help you, just focus. Google grounding techniques, and I'm sure, as far as like psychologically, there are lots of different techniques, like the deep breath, or I've heard of like something about like counting 5 things that you smell, 4 things that you see, 3 things that you can taste, or whatever. It's just a way to get your brain to let go of the things that are making it go crazy, or lose control, and get back to your center, get back to that grounding that point. So yeah, if you have, I'm just looking at all these birds. Like, nature is amazing, you guys, but I struggle in it. All right. So if you have any questions, if you have any concerns, or if you want to, just kind of discuss maybe techniques that you use to help you gain control back, especially when you're losing your mind to anxiety, share those things. Let me know. I'd love to, put them on my channel, my YouTube channel, to, share them out, or share them yourself. Do something so that we can make this, a more open, honest discussion. If you feel like you're the only one that is going through something like this, please understand that you're not. I've been dealing with this a really long time. I do want to disclose, though, that I am not an expert. I'm not a professional. I don't have any type of degree. I want to just mention that again, because I don't want anyone to feel like, I don't have any training. I just am working through my experience. And I think I think that's important too, that your experience is important too, that your experience through struggles and adversity and whatever it may be can help somebody else. I saw, I was actually driving around with my husband one day, and there was this trailer that was at the end of a street that somebody had spray painted on. It just kind of looked like graffiti, but it said something to the effect of, the things that happen to you in your life don't happen to you, they happen for you. And that's kind of been my mantra for a long time, but the way that they worded it was just so perfect. So, think about that every time that you're struggling, that you're really having a hard time, that it's always for your benefit. It's always for your good. It can always teach you something. So, if you're just really in that dark place, if you feel like you can't even be extracted from that everything you go through is for your benefit. It's to help you in some way. So I'm not saying that the struggle isn't real. if you, you know, you need to feel those emotions. You need to feel that rawness and accept it, so that you can get through it and you can thrive amongst that. So yeah, so anyway, if you have any questions or whatever, I would be more than happy to open up a discussion. Or yeah, I just want to let you all know that you're not alone. And if you deal with somebody that has something like this, or if you, I'm sorry, not deal with, if you're with somebody who's trying to deal with this, have a little bit of patience with them, love them through it. And yeah, so I'm gonna get back to my fam. Have a great day, night, wherever you are, and I'll see you later. Thanks.